Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Wyoming Blessed with Tish, and if you haven't done so already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when a video is uploaded. I know, my earrings are jangling. Today we have hot pot keto style. So, I have the seasoning pack here. In here we have water and a little bit of chicken broth. This is, so it says it can be used, oh, it's the steam. I'm trying to wipe the steam off. Says it can be used for hot pot as well. This is what it is. And if we go to the back, it's got 3 net carbs in it per package, and it comes with 2. And of course, y'all know, we're not going to use all the sauce because I'm not doing noodles and stuff like that. So you're not going to get 3 net carbs. So we're just going to empty that in there. Oh, it splashed on my leg. It's hot. And stir that up. I have shrimp flavor, I have mushroom flavor, I have the spicy flavor, y'all. But that one's got, ooh, that's good. That one's got, I'm sure y'all are hearing all kinds of noise from that. I'm not sure why. But that one's got, like 38 carbs in it. I was like, no. So let me show you what we got. We got shrimp, Wagyu thin sliced beef, and we got some Dungeness crab there and 1 snow crab piece. And for veggies, because we gotta have veggies, we have mushrooms, baby bok choy, some broccoli, and some zucchini. So, and y'all know it's Ghost Story Wednesday, but we're not really doing a ghost story today. Today we are doing a scary story, but it's not a ghost story. It's like real life scary, which I mean the ghost stories are, but I'm talking like crazy, spooky, scared my dad type scary. My dad is a big burly man. Takes a lot to scare him. I'm throwing the zucchini in first because it takes a while to even soften up. So that's what I want to do. We're waiting for this to come back to a boil. And to drink today, I just have Big K Diet Lemon Lime Soda. Y'all, I can't find Diet Ginger Ale nowhere right now. So I was like, we'll do this. We're gonna do this. I was watching Big Guy Appetite actually the other day do hot pot with his mom and his friend, and I was like, ooh, that looks good. I'm gonna go get me some of that, or do that keto style. Y'all know the bus has to come about. These are cremini mushrooms, y'all. They have the best flavor as far as if you're gonna use like a button type. Cremini's the best. I'm going to do that, and then we're going to, the beef takes like literally seconds, y'all. I thought these were the ones that had the grip on it. I have really long ones, but I can't find them anywhere. I'm going to do 3 shrimp. I'm going to throw in, the crab's still frozen, so it'll take it a little while to even, ooh. This smells amazing. This smells just like the spicy version, yet it's got a lot less carbs. So, not sure why, but it does. See, it's very thin sliced. I just set it right on top. I like mine very well done. I don't know about y'all, but I do. So, ooh, forgot to bring a plate. So we're gonna attempt to do this. Y'all like my shirt? My earrings have zebra print too. I couldn't wear this for the longest time. And I thought I'd wear it today because it is low cut, but the pot's kind of covering it, thankfully. Because y'all know, we don't roll like that over here. We try and keep that to the minimum. I ain't about to burn my mouth. All this has, by the time I calculated like the pot and everything, it's 5 carbs. So, before we get started, let's talk about a weight loss update. Y'all, 40 pounds down. 40 pounds. And 2 months. Less than 2 months, actually. And y'all, I definitely haven't been perfect. I've had some oops days. That's for sure. Like what? Let's see, here's broccoli. I was trying to find the Chinese broccoli, but we don't have any of that in town. Or even broccolini. So we just went with good old broccoli. Woo! A hot. I wanted my longer ones that I don't know where they went, that are made for hot pot. See, because I don't like that. And you ain't reaching your hands in here. I'm just gonna set it right there on the veggie plate. You don't ever put cooked meat with raw meat. I'm sure everybody knows that, but I see people do it and I'm like, oh my god. Like, no, don't do that. Y'all, those are hot. It's got chili on it. Whoop. Didn't mean to. You gotta like stir it around because the chili oil floats to the top. It's hot. The little sound you hear is it boiling. These are my pans. If y'all didn't notice. I have a hot pot pan, but being that we're only doing one flavor, I was like, Ooh, that one absorbed a lot of that spiciness. Oh. I don't know if that's a chainsaw, because that's what it sounds like. I don't know if y'all hear that little sound, but somebody's doing something. Not sure what it is. Sun definitely isn't going to interrupt this video, that's for sure. Because y'all, it is cloudy. It didn't really snow. I mean, it snowed, but it didn't stick, I should say. That's definitely a chainsaw. I don't know what anybody would be chainsawing right now, but not chainsawing, cutting. What kind of word is that? I have the shrimp flavored one, but like I said, and it's really low on carbs. It's actually, it says 4 grams of carbs and 6 grams of dietary fiber. But I'm kind of nervous to try it. hot. So I was a little iffy on trying it. So this is going to be a longer video, of course, y'all, because we're doing hot pot. So the last ghost story we did was, was up by Miner's Delay. Remember we were talking about it? This one is up in the same area, just on the other side of it. Because my dad had, once upon a time, gold claims up there. So, we camped on this gold claim, right? Y'all. I'm just moving those so they can cool down. So we were camping over there one time, right? The coyotes were always, what would you say, overabundant over there and aggressive, because there was a lot of people that went on this side and mined. It was a big thing back then. Not so much now, but back then it was. So they were what you would call very familiar with humans and not really scared of them. And so we were over there camping, y'all. And there were several of us. I would say 4 campers, 3 or 4. And there was probably, 4 people per camper, including kids, of course. And so we're over there camping. We were all sitting outside, just talking. And all of a sudden it was like sunset time. Oh, that one needs to go back. Oh, good Lord. Back in there. You don't want any of that cross-contamination. But, so we were all sitting outside, you know, by the campfire type area. And you don't normally hear a whole bunch of coyote activity at that time of day. A little bit. Once in a while. But all of a sudden, we start hearing coyote yelps. Cries, whatever you want to call them. We call them yelping. Because, honestly, coyotes sound like hyenas. So, we're out there, you know, doing all this. Hear this, and my dad's like, odd time of day to be hearing that. And I was 8, maybe. And I'm like, you know, as a kid, I'm like, what's going on? Why are we hearing those? Well, it started getting closer and closer, y'all. And that's when the men in the camp started to really take notice. Okay? So if I was 8, I was actually more like 10. My brother would have been 16 because we're 6 years apart. And so they start getting closer and closer. And then my dad's like, those are really close. And he goes, it sure sounds like a lot of them. So they start getting concerned. You know, because one coyote isn't a concern. A pack of coyotes is a concern. You know, and we have dogs and stuff, of course, because we've always had dogs. So they start getting a little concerned. The dogs are going crazy. My dad's like, put the dogs in the camper. So we put the dogs in the camper, and he looks at us and he goes, be prepared. So all the men go, they get their guns and whatnot, right? Because that's what you're gonna do. So they go, they get their guns, because they don't know what's going on. We don't know why there's so many sounds, yelping, howling, why they're so close. We're just kind of standing around observing, and all of a sudden, y'all, I'm not kidding you, we look up on the ridge, because we're like down in this little gulch, and there's a ridge that goes all the way around us. We look up on this ridge, and we are surrounded, the whole entire thing, y'all, the whole circle, it's like they knew, surrounded by coyotes. I've lived here my entire life. I've never seen them surround somebody like that. And my dad's sitting there going, get in the camper now. We tell us women, go get in the campers, don't come out till we tell you to. My brother stays out because, of course, he's more, he's the age of being a man. I'm scared. Like, I hated when I was little hearing coyotes howl. I absolutely hated it. It would make my anxiety go through the roof. And I mean, they're howling. They're talking, communicating. These men have their guns, so, and keep it in mind at this time, one of those men was a Vietnam vet. So, they're like, we're gonna try and spook them away. Okay, cool. So, they're standing out there with their guns. We're going in the camper. Y'all, I climb in the closet in the camper. Because I'm like, no. And my mom's like, that's not a safe place. So I went and got underneath the bed of the camper. I'm like, okay, I'm going to hide in the most hidden place possible. And that's underneath the bed. So I go hide under there. I can hear them. And my dad's, of course, told me what happened after that. So after that, they started hiking up towards the coyotes as much as they could and shooting off their guns towards them, because that'll spook them. I mean, come on, you're shooting at them, it's gonna spook them. And you see, at first it was like they weren't gonna budge. They were like, nope, not scared, not going anywhere. Finally, they get close enough that I guess the coyotes must have felt intimidated and threatened. Coyotes are not big, y'all, but a pack of them can take you down real quick. And then my dad guesstimated there was probably 50 of them. That's a lot, y'all. Why they chose to surround us, we still don't know to this day. But so they finally, ran them off a little bit. And they come back to camp. And y'all, my dad was freaked out. He's like, I have lived in Wyoming my entire life. I have never seen coyotes do that. It was more of like what a wolf would do. And he's like, they were out to do something. To this day, we don't know if they were coming in to try and get the dogs, what exactly they were coming in to do. Get us, you know. We just know they were coming in to try and do something. I'm gonna move that up there. And that right there. Or maybe do that. That's smarter. It was just crazy, y'all. I was like, what in the world? I mean, what do you do in that type of situation? You know? You can't exactly run off because you're in campers. You just have to defend yourself and make yourself seem a threat. Ow, that's hot. You know, I mean, what else can you do? I'm not eating that bok choy. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like the bok choy in it. It's got a really funny flavor. Now the rest of the veggies taste really good in it. But the bok choy, it tastes weird. And I'm not gonna waste my carbs on something that I don't like. There's my broccoli. Like, where's my broccoli? I'm just gonna designate this plate for the cooked stuff. Look at that Dutchness. Yes. Y'all know I'm eating that. That's my favorite crab. Everybody always asks me, what's the best crab to cook? Hands down will always be Dungeness. To me, Dungeness just tastes a lot better. It's a lot more flavorful. But see, I like to flip it so it drains. But we're not going to chance on that one because this stuff's rather hot. I'm going to stick another shrimp in there because the shrimp are really good in it. But y'all, I'm telling you right now, still to this day, me and my dad were actually talking about it with everybody. And still to this day, it's still scary. I know my earrings are dangling and jingling and jingling. It's that time of year, we're getting ready for Christmas. We're gonna jingle. I'm just kidding. We haven't even made it to Thanksgiving. Although, you know, part of me wants to be like, yeah, let's start celebrating Christmas. Maybe it'll be a lot more joyful than the year so far. But then part of me is like, you can't do that. It's only like the beginning of November. Oh, I guess it's mid-November. Some of this meat's just like falling apart. I'm not sure why. But it is. This beef is amazing. If y'all have an Asian market near you, this is how it goes. And I like it a lot with the zucchini. But yeah, we were talking about it the other day and you could still hear in his voice how freaked out he was. Because, you know, that could have taken a much worse or much different turn of events than what it did. Ooh, the spice. Put that flavor back in there. See, after you cook it like this, save the broth and freeze it and use it again later because you get all that delicious flavoring from the crab, the shrimp, the beef, veggies. So next time you use it, it'll just be more and more. See the broth in there? Heck yeah. I love crab. I love it. Y'all knew we weren't doing hot pot without seafood. I mean, heck no. It's boiling like crazy now that a lot of stuff's out of there. Turn it down a little bit. The only problem is you need like a little bowl so you can bring it up to your face so you don't get it everywhere. I think the shrimp are the best. I haven't tasted Dungeness crab, so. But the flavor, I don't think if I made a stir fry, I would use that whole pack because it's really strong, even in the water and everything. So I don't think I'd use the whole pack. For me, it'd be too much because I can taste the star anise and the clove and all those. Very strong, even in water and all that. It's not salty. I'm sure you guys are like, stop jingling. We know not to wear these earrings again. Oh, I love Dungeness. And these I just bought. They were crab pieces. And I seen they had Dungeness and I was like, hey, have the Dungeness pieces? Painted my nails. I'm not sure I really like this color. But it was like, can I have those? And she's like, yeah, sure. It's like, oh, cool. Some places won't let you like choose which pieces. And some places will. But anyways, back to my nails. My son says it looks like butterscotch candies. I'm like, I'm not so sure I like that description. Where'd that go? I'm like, where'd it go? You're supposed to have the little ladle, and I have one. Oh, look, a piece of beef. But I don't want to stain my ladle. Label. Oh dear goodness. Wait, there's a mushroom underneath there. Those taste fantastic. But then again, I love mushrooms, so I am not eating the bok choy though. But there was a piece of broccoli. But can't seem to find it now. Well, that's hot except for the crabs. We'll eat the crab. Don't have to ask me twice. We're gonna eat what's on here and then we're gonna go. Normally I would do hot pot with Heather, which I'm sure we will be doing. Because hot pots where you could do it keto, but people that aren't keto wouldn't even know. I mean, if I set that down in front of people, they wouldn't know that's keto. It, like I said, it tastes just like the spicy. Oh, and the answer to our trivia question for Trivia Friday, being that I never said it in Sunday's video. Sometimes I forget, y'all. Is pork. The most consumed meat in the world is pork. Crazy is that? That is probably the least consumed meat in this house. Just because it seems to make me sick. Every time. Almost. It's like my stomach's like, nope. We're not doing that. And sometimes it's okay. Like, if I eat a couple pieces of bacon, I seem to be alright. But anything more than that, and it's mad. Alright, y'all. I am definitely full. I don't know about y'all, but I am. Mushrooms, though. Oh. I want to thank you all for joining me. I hope that you've had a fantastic beginning of your week and that you continue to have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here on Get to Know Me Friday. Let you know how much snow we got by then. Hopefully not any, or just a little bit. Y'all know how I feel about snow. Anyways, as always, stay warm and stay blessed. Bye, y'all.